Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for an unexpected video, and we got some very important things to be talking about in this video. A couple different things. First, and the main thing we're going to be talking about is the Titan crystal, because some massive changes are about to be happening to this crystal within the next change. So within those 21 days, it's not going to be the change that we all were expecting. And going into next year, the Titan crystal is going to be functioning fundamentally differently. So some very big news. Let's go ahead and get into it. Kabam Crashed is delivering us a lot of this information today. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So, greetings, summoners. Changes coming to the Titan crystal. In 2025, 3 idol champions in our regular release pipeline. Now, what is an idol champion? Because I read this and I was like, what did I just read? Like, the first time I was so confused, man. It's like, genuinely, if you gave this a read and you were confused, trust me, you're not alone. But I understand it now. What is an idol champion? It's Isophyene. Those types of champions, her race, if you will. Those are those champions with the fractured power, you know, where Isophyene can choose between special 3, 2, 1. There's going to be more types of champions like her next year. So there's 3 of them for all of 2025. So I imagine they're going to be like spread out throughout the year. So the champions in our regular release pipelines, you know, regular monthly release champions, right? But they will receive alternate release mechanisms, including ways to awaken them outside of regular crystal and Titan pool releases. Including these champions in the Titan crystal when many players will already own them. So, you know, if they're offering different avenues for acquisition for these new idol champions, and then they put them in the Titan, you know, Kabam is saying it would feel kind of bad if you got them from other means, awaken them through other means, and then you have to waste a Titan crystal pulling them again. So they're saying this will devalue the crystal. Which, will it? I mean, I don't even know if that's true, because what I think devalues this crystal, Black Widow Deadly Origin, Iron Man Infamous, you know, the garbage that they put in this. That is what is heavily devaluing this crystal, in my opinion. You know, if it's a brand new champion and an idol champion on top of that, I don't really see that as devaluing, as long as they're good, and like, especially if they have like really good signature abilities, so that even if you already have them in Awaken, like 20 SIGs, maybe it's a good thing. You know, maybe you want more SIGs. Maybe it could even be that good. I don't know. So to me, maybe it can devalue the crystal, but what really devalues this crystal is the garbage champs they've been putting in. And I think a lot of you guys agree with me on that. So this conflicts with our goal of increasing the value of the Titan crystal over time. Now here's where they're going to address what I was just talking about. Additionally, we have heard from our summoners that they want to see a Titan crystal with more newly released champions in it rather than fewer. Removing new champions from the Titan pool without additional changes would do the opposite, creating more spots that need to be filled by existing champions, like Black Widow Deodorant. As a result of these factors, we have decided to change the way the Titan crystal rotates next year. It will move to a roughly 3-month update cadence, up from 2 months. Now, dude, like, waiting for the Titan update already feels like so long. Now it's longer. I don't know how I feel about that. This means we can exclude the idols, so they won't be entering the Titans, those special idol champions. And also generally reduce the number of older champions entering the Titan crystal, which could be good. Less garbage. This new cadence will be applied at the start of 2025, meaning the next Titan pool rotation will happen in December, March, and June. So we know, I think it's December 16th is when the Titan changes, and the next change is looking like one of the biggest ones, because it was supposed to have Scream, Jack-O-Lantern, Spiral, and Dazzler, 4 brand new champions that all look really good. Well, not anymore. To facilitate this change, Dazzler, who I think looks the best out of those 4 champions. She's the only one we haven't even been able to play yet, but just from looking at what the numbers and the deep dives, like, I am really, really impressed by Dazzler already without even having a chance to play her. So Dazzler won't be in there. Dazzler will be taking Isophene's spot in the March pool. So Dazzler won't be in the Titan until March now. And instead, Rintra has been added to the final 2-month rotation pool in December. So 7-star Rintra is confirmed and will be in the next Titan. And then there's a little edit here. One last thing. No, this does not mean they will be a free gift like Isophyene. So Isophene's, oh, that's a free gift. Don't be assuming that these idol champions will be free. They might be through content. They might be through money. We have no idea. And it says, you know, where did it say? Ways to awaken them. You think this is all going to be for free? Maybe, but I don't know, dude. If we're getting them and awakening them, there very well might be some type of monetary cost. Who knows? But either way, they are still regular release champions that will eventually make their way into the basic pool. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so this is some massive news. So we're not going to be getting Dazzler in the next batch. We're going to be getting Rintra instead, which I do like Rintra. I'll probably be taking it up to rank 3. Rank 3 Rintra is going to have maybe a top 5 health pool in the whole game. I don't know. Definitely top 10, I would say, with a decent level of confidence. Rintra has a massive health pool. Having him at rank 3 is going to be insane on Battlegrounds defense. Plus, Rintra's, you know, a great attacker too. So Rintra's going to be making a massive comeback now that he's coming as a 7-star. But no Dazzler. However, you know, if you're not free to play, Kabam has already confirmed that there will be, you know, a pass similar to how we got Beta Ray Bill. You know, like $25, the platinum track. You get the champion as a 7-star. Beta Ray Bills took about 3 months to get. So Dazzler's going to be having her own pass as well in December. But Kabam said you'd be able to get the 7-star Dazzler like immediately, like if you max out the pass like through money, you know. But that should mean it should only take about a month, I think, to get her even without maxing out the pass, just getting it one time. And I think it should take a month. That's just a guess, but I don't think it'll be 3 months if they said you can get it right away. So I'm probably going to be getting Dazzler that way if it's like $20-25. I'll be going that route, especially because we're not going to have another chance to get her out of a Titan or anything. But yeah, so that's some really, really big news. Now, there was a little bit more extra information added on this. So I couldn't find it on the forums, but I found a screenshot of it, so I just put it in my thumbnail maker here. So it's straight from Kabam Crashed. Looks like some of our message got ahead of where it should have been. Isophyene is an idol, one of the new original champions that will be part of a larger story next year. There are a number of other idols coming as player ownable champions next year. Gameplay wise, they are differentiated by their fractured power bars, and as the Titan Crystal post mentions, there will be a different way to collect them outside of the traditional crystal release. So that is all of our information on the upcoming Titan changes. Some really big stuff. Very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on all of that. I don't know. I see good and bad. The bad obviously being having to wait a lot longer for the pool to change, but the good being hopefully less garbage in there. You know, it takes a long time to just get a single Titan crystal, and to then just pull absolute garbage from it, or your least wanted, like, it just feels horrible. It really feels bad. So if we can reduce the amount of garbage in this crystal, I think that is for the best. I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on all this, but that's not it. We do have a little bit more information, and this part is very important if you're going to be spending on Cyber Weekend. So if you saw my Cyber Weekend's predictions video, you know, I already went over a lot of things, and one of those things being Kabam has already said there will guaranteed be 7-star awakening gems in this event in the Hunter's Market, which should mean for units, not for money. There could be some for money, but guaranteed for just units. So even if you're free to play, and they said Paragon and Valiant, so even if you're a free to play Paragon player, you should have a chance to get a 7-star awakening gem. which is fantastic. I've been wanting 7-star Awakening gems for a very long time. So happy to finally see us getting more of them. And of course, you know, when you think about a 7-star Awakening gem, there should be one champion that comes to mind, because there's only I think one 7-star champion in the game that is impossible to awaken. No one in the game has this 7-star champion awakened, and that is Maestro. So of course, it's a very easy line of thinking to adopt that, okay, I'm going to get an Awakening gem and I'm going to give it to Maestro. He's the only champion in the game that no one has awakened. You know, that would mean he would be one of the best options to give an Awakening gem to, right? Well, no. No. Don't give Maestro an Awakening gem. Because Kabam Crashed said this. I think this is just a comment from a YouTube stream. Maybe it was Brian's, I don't know. Usually he's given some sneak peeks in Brian's stream. Kabam Crashed said, I was actually planning to make a forum post about this week. I would recommend not using a gem to awaken Maestro. There will be a source for his dupe soon. Yes, dude, I'm so happy to hear that, because, you know, I've been wanting that. I have Maestro up at rank 3. He's one of my favorite champs in the game, not even for his abilities or anything, but just for what he represents. You know, I remember when I first started playing this game, and like Kang was my big boss, you know, and getting through Kang, and then you see Thanos, and then you find out running the entire show behind the scenes, even the Collector bowing down to him, it's the big bad Maestro. And it's just to finally have this guy playable after like 8 years, like, it's awesome. Plus, he's a great defender, massive health pool. He's won me a lot of battleground matches on defense. I like him. You know, I think he can. And the thing about Maestro is he's not the best attacker. We all know this, but his awakened ability will actually make him a much better attacker, because it really speeds up his loop. The way Maestro works right now is you build up his Neutronium, you drop a special 2. Special 2 gives you Furies, and then you want to just spam special 1s. But unduped, those Furies will just fall off, and then you have to do it again. Get back to the special 2, then spam special 1s. But if you're awakened, your special 1s will just refresh your Furies. So it is so much better to play him once he's awakened. You know, who wants to give this guy an Awakening gem? We earned this champion through Necropolis. It only makes sense to get his dupe also through Necropolis or some other super endgame content like that. You know, I can absolutely see, like, what is this going to be? My guess is that it's going to be some type of maybe Karina challenge to go back into Necropolis and do something like that. I don't know. I've been saying this from the very first time we got Maestro when Necropolis announced and everything. What I wanted was, first of all, yeah, a dupe to get him, maybe through a Korean challenge or something, whatever. But the other thing that I really want is a Maestro profile picture, you know, with like the superior green border around him, and like just a super menacing Maestro profile pic alongside a 7-star dupe. That's just what I've wanted ever since Maestro came out. So I really hope we also get a cool profile picture with the dupe. But yeah, if you're going to be spending units or money on Cyber Week, you're going to be getting away gems, keep in mind, do not give it to Maestro, because we will have an avenue to awaken him soon. And by soon, I would guess that's this year. You know, we have the 10-year anniversary coming up, so a lot of special stuff. Kabam has also said that there's supposed to be some type of Everest content coming, and I think that's supposed to give us our last Deathless She-Hulk piece. How many of those are we at right now? I think, yeah, we're at 3 pieces right now, so I think one of them is supposed to come through whatever that end game content is. So that could have the Deathless She-Hulk piece, that could have the Maestro dupe, who knows, just speculation at this point, but it makes the most sense to me. So yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video, catching you up on all the latest and greatest news in the MCOC community. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you so much for all the love and support. You guys are the best. Hope you all have a great, wonderful Monday and start your week. Peace.